Hello guys, hope you are doing well, and in this video we'll discuss about the drain the water contents from the fuel tanks and how you have to do sampling check. And in this video we'll discuss complete in detail knowledge about the procedure. This is very important thing. Maybe few point you are not knowing about how to do sampling check exact way and what is the alternate way. Also there was some interview question about the alternate way how to check the fuel sample if you don't have Aquadis capsule. So we'll discuss in maybe 2 to 3 part this video, because it is not possible to explain in the one part, and later on we'll share you single video from YouTube link. So if you talk about this AMM task, there is a AMM reference number 12-32-28-281-001 alpha. This is your latest AMM reference number. I will just focus on the main points. Always they refer the latest AMM only. So if you go through the AMM, it will be written first line: Airbus advise you to do a water drain procedure before the flight or before the refueling procedure. And if you do this procedure after the flight or after the refueling procedure, you must wait for 1 hour for the separation of water and fuel. So this is the two condition. Whenever you are going to do a sampling check after refueling, at least you have to wait for 1 hour. This is just practice AMM used to suggest, and it is permitted to do this procedure whenever APU is in operation only if the fuel tanks pumps are off condition. Means fuel tank is off but APU is running, still you can do this procedure. And for indirect water drain, if you have less than 10% content of the fuel, it is always recommended to fill the more fuel into the tank. Otherwise you can use another method for suction procedure for water drain from the fuel tank. So simply it should be not less than 10% of the fuel into the tank, then only you can do this procedure. Otherwise you have to use suction method for drain out the fuel. And there is one more thing: surge tank or temporary tank that are made to collect the fuel that can overflow from the vent line. Usually you will not find out fuel from that surge tank, so no fuel can be drained from the surge tank until unless there will be the some quantity from overflow from the vent line. So if the fuel is more than 10%, you can go ahead with draining of the fuel. Drain approximately 1 liter of fuel from water drain wall from the all the water drain tank. One by one you have to do this procedure, and this procedure always give the instruction to find out the water content into the drained sample. How you can find out, we'll go through this video. Let the sample become stable. First thing, if the sample move in two layer, it contain water. Just for example, first thing, if this sample become in two layer, then 100% this sample contain water and fuel. And drain the water from the water drain wall continuously until it has no water layer or no fuel layer, or there is no two layer into the water sample jar. So if the sample is stay one layer, it can be full of fuel and it can be full of water. This is also one of the tasks. So if it is one layer, you cannot identify whether it is fuel or water. To find out sample is fuel or water, you have to do the test. There is a hydro kit test, or you can use Aquadis capsule test. If the powder is stay white, then sample is fuel and test is completed. No further action required. If the white powder change color to a purple or pinkish color, then sample is having water. So continue to take the sample until unless you find out there is a no water, no change of color of the capsule. So if you don't have Aquadis capsule or hydro kit don't available in your stock, what is the alternate method? My intention is to explain this only. This is the only important point. That's why this video I have uploaded. And there is an alternate option. This is the interview question. Also anyone can ask, if you don't have stock of Aquadis capsule in your station, what is the alternate method? So I just wanted to tell: take the sample, take the fuel into the jar, add some water into the jar, and if you'll find out that fuel sample and jar having two layer of the surface, then you can 100% sure that this is the fuel. So if the sample move in two layer, then sample is full of fuel and test is completed. No further action required. If the sample is stay in one layer, then sample is water. So if it is water, you are adding water, there will be, you will not find out there is a two layer. Okay, if it is fuel and you are adding water, definitely it will become 2 layers. So this is the best example to identify whether this is having water or fuel. So this is the alternate method. From hydrant point fueling, if you are doing hydrant point fueling, like from ground to suction truck and then it is going to the aircraft, you have to do 3 sampling check. I don't know all the other countries. In India it is 3 sampling check. You have to do sample check before the fueling, then mid of the fueling, after the fueling. If you are using fuel bowser which is having fuel tank and you are going to uplift the fuel in the aircraft, you have to do before starting of the fuel, you have to do the sample check. Means if it is fuel tanker, just one sample before the starting of fueling is required. And if you are going further, there is a one more thing, microbiological contamination test. This is a separate, we'll discuss in the separate. So this is all about how you can do the fueling, how you can do the sampling check. So one is the aqua disc capsule method and another is your alternate method, what I have told you. With the additional water, adding water, you can identify the contamination. So this is a very important. Hope you love this video, and just I will show the video how we are doing the sample during the before the refueling of the aircraft. So just we'll go through the video, then we'll finish with this chapter. So this is your aquadisc capsule for micro detector, and other country also use different type of method. You can see, read the content. It is written, drain 100 ml of fuel into the clean dry sampling jar. This is a UPSC DGCA airworthiness question. 100 ml jar we use for sampling check for the capsule. Check that there is a no discoloration of the capsule. Empty the content of the one capsule into the sample jar. Then close the container and then shake it for 30 seconds. You have to shake this jar for 30 seconds. Then stand the sample for 2 minutes. After shaking, just wait for 2 minutes. Let the sample become stabilized. Then check the contamination, whether it is changed to pink or still in white color. If it is white color, means sample is free from water. Then discard the sample. If you'll go on the next page of the bottle, you can see assessment: white, light gray or dirty gray. Precipitation means sample is dry. And if pink precipitation means moisture level is 15 part per million. Ignore all the black particle if any in the precipitation. So this is all about the capsule jar. If you'll see what are the detail is written, you should follow this. This is the procedure. Then check the expiry date of bottle, also important thing. This is your 1 liter jar. Check the sediment check. Just rotate it, shake it and check is there any sediment in the 1 liter jar. If all good, then you can do refueling. Now I'll not show you practically. You can see there is a single layer of fuel. If you are adding the water, what I told you about alternate method, if you just put the water, you will find out the 2 layer. Top will be the water, bottom will be the fuel. Means this sample is completely fuel. If there is a one color, means this sample is completely full of water. So this is the alternate method, and you have to drain the fuel until unless you can find out the 1 layer of the fuel on the sample jar. So this is the best way, and hope you love this video. And if you really love this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe for getting more video on Airbus 320 family. And remember guys, as I told you, there was a UPSC question for me for DGCA airworthiness officer. When I attended the interview, they asked me during fueling what type of jar you are using. So that is a glass type of jar, and what is the quantity of the jar. So big one is 1 liter and a small one is 100 ml. And whatever I have explained about the bottle, read the content. They will ask you actual procedure how you are doing the sampling check. There is one more question I would like to share with you, and this is also UPSC question for DGCA airworthiness officer post. And in this question they have asked me about whenever you are going to do fueling of aircraft from hydrant point, means from ground to vehicle to aircraft, means you are going to do fueling from suction from the ground, that is your hydrant point. So what if you are doing the sampling check, you find out sample is changing into the pink, what will be your action? So I have just told that I will check the sample again, then again, and then again. So they asked me cross question, how many time you'll do again and again. So I just wanted to tell there is a no frequency, but if you are getting this sample in pink color for the next 3 attempt, then better to change the browser. Maybe there is a browser is contaminated, lines are contaminated, change the browser. But still one more cross question, if there is after changing the browser also you find out this sample is changing into the pink color, what is your action? So that time I was confused, and simply I told maybe a hydrant point issue, so I will reposition the aircraft to another parking stand and we'll do the sampling check again. If it is successful, no changes color in the sample from other parking bay, means that particular hydrant point was contaminated, and that fueling team must be taken care, whatever necessary action is required. So 3 sample check you do. If changes in color into the pink, change the browser. If again you are getting pink color, you have to reposition to the aircraft to the another allocated bay. You will not get this answer anywhere. This is just general concept. So these all question asked to me during my UPSC interview, Union Service Public Commission, for the post of DGCA Airworthiness Officer, and this will also help you guys whenever you are going to attend. You can contact me. I will share more knowledge to crack the interview.